Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to episode number 3 of 4 for our book club. We are reading the
3 of 3.
3 of 3. Yes, sorry. This is the last week for Cal Newport's Digital Minimalism. Where's my copy?
Right here.
Where's my copy?
Where's my copy?
Digital Minimalism.
Great book, eh?
Yep, I think the best one we've
It's a
had.
hell of a book.
Best one we've had, right?
I think so.
For me, it's not even close.
What did you say, Chris? You said, if a book makes me do things.
Well, the exact words were, if a book makes me do shit, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
And because of this book, Chris deleted one app.
But it's
Good
making
job.
you do more to do less.
Yeah.
To do more. It's like a book of Inception. An Inception book.
You deleted the game app, eh? What was it? What app was it?
Porno?
Porno.
I deleted a lot of apps, specifically Facebook.
So there's one part of this book that I love the most.
Yeah.
It's something that I've actually really I've thought about a lot. He mentions this dude that he reached FI, so financial independence,
Yeah.
at a young age, at 30 years old, and instead of just watching YouTube or watching Netflix or doing whatever people do with money, he actually does things, right? Like he builds things, and he couldn't understand why he would watch other people on TV and cheer for other people on TV playing sports, and why he would watch storylines on Netflix when he can just create his own story and he can create his own journey, right?
And he took up practical habits.
Yeah.
Like welding is one of them.
Yep.
This guy just learned how to weld, and now he just builds shit for himself, So it's...
Like it goes far beyond social networking.
Oh, for sure.
It goes it gets to the point where even Netflix, you need to cut it down. YouTube, you need to cut it down.
There's something about financial independence, that concept, and digital minimalism that go really well together.
Yep.
It's like just making use of what is necessary and cutting away the rest.
Right.
Like not needing, to be connected.
Also being realistic. What did you say to me this week?
A lot of things to you.
Yeah. So I looked into getting a hitch installed on my girlfriend's truck.
Yeah.
So Marty's like, well, why don't you do it yourself there, bud?
Yeah.
So a good point, except I don't have a welder, I don't have a garage, I don't have equipment to do it.
I wasn't making reference to welding it on. I thought maybe it's a Subaru, so I'm sure it has like a hitch attachment.
Yeah, normally they do, don't they?
Yeah. And
They're expensive as hell. It's like almost $1,000 apparently to install it on the Subaru. So.
Oh yeah. But it's a truck that you're installing it on, right?
No, it's an SUV.
What's an SUV? Okay, it's a Subaru SUV.
I don't know if you need to weld it on or whatever, but
I don't think so. Maybe you have to research it.
well, let's Google it after. But anyways,
Let's.
You
I
have
like
to.
what you did there. Let's Google it after.
Yeah.
We're not using our phones right now to Google this.
No, exactly. So this book has taught us a
Yeah.
lot of things, I think, in the last month.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, you just said it, is to do less, to do more. To spend more time focusing on the task that you're doing instead of doing one thing right instead of doing multiple things decent.
Yeah.
So I know, like, he talks about how the Mac 2 came out, and for the first time you could use one computer to do more than one thing, and that was like exceptionally new, right? And people were going nuts over that. They were showing a commercial of a guy working on daily work, and then at home working on his taxes with his wife. But that was just it. Like, you could do multiple things, but one at a time. Now you can multitask times 10.
Right.
That's the problem.
It is a problem, and he says here on page 229, even though our devices are multi-purpose, they are more effective when only used for one purpose at a time.
Yeah.
Like that.
Dumb them down.
Dumb, yeah, just to like bring it, like there's just too much power in these things. You can do everything, and I know some people pride themselves on being good multitaskers, but I don't believe that that's an actual thing. Like, I mean, you could be working on different projects at once, but if you focus on one project, you'll always output a better product, and that product will be outputted faster.
When that term was invented, multitasker, we never thought of doing 10 things at once. It's more like, you know, writing and listening at the same time, or, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right. I was just going to say, we pride ourselves on, you know, replying back to emails and text messages right away.
True.
Right? And you're multitasking often when you're doing that because you're working on something and you get a text message and you feel the anxiety to reply back immediately. Well, at least just to open it to see what it says, right? It's almost like a paranoia.
Yeah.
And you have to rewire your brain to get rid. I think the only way you can rewire your brain to not feel the anxiety to open up your emails is to just shut it off. Like, shut it off. Put it aside. Put it on Do Not Disturb. Do your work, and then check it maybe once an hour. If you check it once an hour, that means you're only checking it 12 times per day.
Yeah.
Right?
We did the experiment, and we looked at our phones to see how many times we pick it up, and it was freaking eye-opening. For those of you that don't know, if you go on your phone and you have an iPhone, you go all the way to the right, there's this application called Screen Time, and that's an initiative from Tim Cook, the new CEO of Apple.
Yeah.
He's the one that put it into place because he wanted people to stop overusing their phones. At least that's what he's saying. But I mean, putting stuff like this in there will make you realize, you know, how many times you are picking up your phone.
Yeah.
And here, on average, over the last 7 days, I've been picking up my phone on average 67 times per day.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
Shut up. A lot.
Shut up. Seriously.
Yeah, shut up.
227 was it for me?
I wasn't gonna say.
That's a lot.
I was
Hold on.
That's a lot.
So
We'll let you go ahead. We'll let you go ahead and share.
Show me
your
where you go for that.
information.
Show me mine. Show me yours.
yeah, so 67. Chris is picking up his phone 137 times per day on average. And when we're driving around in a car and he's like this, and then I say, "Hey man, it'd be nice to have a conversation." Well, fucking, I need to take care of this right now.
You're one to talk.
Well, I mean, the stats are
The numbers
You know
say
what?
differently.
You know what I was thinking? We should really start an initiative to start conversations. And one of the best way to do it is,
Put your hand on my lap if I'm overusing my phone, then I'll stop.
but you can use social media professionally and say, I'm going to be at this coffee shop
Yeah.
between 10 and 12. Come and join me and let's have a conversation.
There's a realtor in Florida that has started that.
Yeah,
Melissa McNeil,
right.
and she says that about a dozen realtors go see her every single week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
I might start it, and I think I might start it tomorrow.
Let me know when it is.
Yeah,
No time
I'm
like
gonna
the
put a post out, and I'm gonna say, this is where I am. Come and join me. Let's have a coffee, and let's have a discussion. Let's just talk.
Imagine no one shows up.
Nobody's gonna show up for the first couple of weeks.
And then we don't hear about Rami for 2 weeks.
But what-
Then we start wondering,
but
whatever
Chris-
happened to him?
He's always having coffee.
What's the worst case scenario? Nobody shows up. Nobody even likes it.
We did that one day, a Sunday. We called it a Caesar day, and we called everyone on their phones, and people showed up.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was one hell of a day.
So you just called people and you said you're going for a Caesar at
No,
this
we
time,
said,
this
this
place?
is where we are. We're having Caesars all day. Come and join us.
We managed to get 14 people out of that. But we made about 90 phone calls.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
But if you're
decent.
doing that tomorrow,
It's a 10%
we won't be able to
raise.
be there.
Good.
But I think
Yeah.
it's a great idea.
It's more than a 10%.
Tomorrow we can't, but
Yeah, I have showings tomorrow, but
we have the evaluation.
valuation.
Which
It's, but at the end of the day, who cares who shows up?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
cares who doesn't show up?
Thanks for putting us back on track.
It doesn't matter who shows up. It's just creating the initiative to just have a conversation face to face.
Yeah.
And forget text messages.
Yeah, yeah.
But then if you're hiding from a client, that's gonna be a disaster.
You don't want to do that.
Walks in.
So, big revelation here. Rami hides from clients. I know what you mean, though.
We talked a bit today about, dropping social media, dropping our smartphones, maybe going over to flip phones, and that's been a concern raised by all four of us.
Yeah.
We don't want to run away from our clients.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to make them feel like we don't want to talk with them.
Right.
The goal here is to be more present. It's not to avoid people.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if my client walks into my office and we're signing papers and we're all good, then they see a flip phone on my desk and they tell me, you still use a flip phone? I'll say yes, because it helps me be more available for you. I promise you, I'm going to get a lead from that.
Yeah.
I promise you that, because nobody does it. And you know what you said earlier? The realtor with the flip phone.
Yeah.
That's a good marketing scheme, right? But
It's
phone
so
realtor.
weird.
But
that it's your purple cow.
yeah, but
Are you gonna be wearing plaid fucking suits all the time and like big ass ties, like the 1980s?
but that's not, but Chris,
90s.
the thing is, man, it's a marketing, whatever. That's just the byproduct of it. But you're actually going to be more present. And I'm really considering this. I'm really considering getting myself like an iPad or a Microsoft
That's just it.
Surface that's connected to the internet, and I'll only check my my Facebook, my Instagram, my emails,
iMessage.
my iMessage, all of that
Everything's there.
stuff, and then my phone calls. That's it. Well, you still get text messages, right?
Yeah. Well, you could do without text messages. For your industry, it might be a different setup, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when I'm out showing a property, like I don't want to be bothered by emails. I don't want to be bothered by
Right.
anything else.
Yes.
So
You want to be 100% present. But the only way you can be that realistically and be successful is by having some help back at the office.
yes,
You can't. There's no alternative.
that is step number 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, help at the office or carry your suitcase everywhere and have an iPad or your MacBook in there. At least it's like, well, okay, he's got a flip phone, but he's advanced technology-wise because he's got his freaking laptop.
Or just carry Rahel everywhere.
Well, you can do that
Just bring her on over show.
Well, it's
with
just.
a baby backpack.
But Rahel is Rahel's, she's your assistant here, and she's well versed with all of your clients. She has met
Yes.
them, well, not met them face to face, but she knows what's going on with the deal.
Yeah.
In a real estate transaction, like you guys probably have maybe 4 or 5 conditions that you need to fulfill and you're going through. Some mortgage commitments have 20 conditions.
Yeah.
Okay, and those are all on top of whatever's going on the real estate side as well.
Yeah.
The appraisal, the inspection, what's going on with that. Communicating back and forth with the realtor, communicating back and forth with the lawyer, communicating back and forth with the client's wife, with the client's father sometimes, whoever the co-signer is. Like there's a lot of back and forth, and you simply cannot put your phone down. So yes, I do look at my phone 227 times. Okay,
Yeah, we didn't get
Hey,
it.
man.
How many times?
227 times. I get it.
You're
It's
at how
bad.
many?
I went down. Yesterday was 141, and now it's 137. So.
But the busier it is, the harder it's going to be. The summer, I probably will pick up my phone 500 times. The busier it is, the harder it's going to be to put your phone down, and put your foot down, and take over your life again.
Here's what I said this morning. Whatever you do, what was that? What was that? Was
Who
that your
was
phone?
that?
Who?
Mine is on Do Not Disturb right now.
Was it your laptop?
Oh, maybe it was. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it's Brown's.
No, I was just saying, whatever you do after reading this book, whatever you're doing less is more. It's a lot more than anyone else who hasn't read the book.
Are you more available with your girlfriend now?
Oh, totally. I don't know.
I am.
You're more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been trying to be ever since I met her. If we're on a date, I try not to use my phone anyways.
You know, the other day I was on my phone. My son tells me, "Dad, put your phone down. Let's play."
Yeah.
You know how sad that is?
Of course.
You just punch him in the face.
I told him, "Get out of here. That is working."
Yeah.
Who pays the bills around here?
Who's putting food on your table, kid? Huh?
What's that over your head? A roof? No, it's eye opening for sure. But like I've ruined relationships, you know, for just not being attentive. And with my current girlfriend, you know, if we're on a date, I leave my phone in my pocket or in my jacket. You know.
Let's talk about some of the things that he mentions in this book. Some of the like the wealth manager, the other high profile, you know, players that are actually not using their phones.
Yeah.
How are they doing it? What are they doing?
So he mentions these wealth fund managers. Wealth fund? Or
Wealth?
call it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, I guess like mutual fund managers. They prefer to be disconnected, not to be impacted by, you know, the constant hum of
Outside sources.
every minute news, you know, a 24-hour news cycle. Oh shit, Elon Musk just smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
Tesla stocks are going down by 7%. Oh, it's the morning after, it's 10 a.m. They've actually gone up 10%. So, I mean, if you would have panicked and say, oh, fuck, like this guy's on, you know, an international podcast smoking weed, stocks are going to go down, you would have sold, you know, if you were, but not being connected and sort of going out of that 24-hour news cycle can be a huge advantage.
So what does he do?
He uses a flip phone. So the phone they use, the most popular one, is the Nokia 130. So it's a typical flip phone that has texting and telephone capabilities.
So this is the texting where you're punching numbers to text, right?
So you're not texting a lead. You're not texting.
If I had a flip phone, it would need to have individual. The first ones that came out with the keyboard, I could text like. I could write a book with that thing.
The Samsung keyboard.
But this, you write a text with an iPhone, it's a hassle. It's
I hate it.
annoying.
I hate
I would
it.
probably be way better with the buttons.
And you think about what to say with less words.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I like the idea.
I like the idea too.
How much are these Nokias 130?
Come on, man, $100.
Yeah.
Let's try to find. Like, I need the keyboard. I want the keyboard. That's what I want.
Do you remember the?
There's one that you can slide.
It's the Samsung QWERTY.
Is that? Yeah, the QWERTY phones. Those
the
are the best.
ICQ, the phone that ICQ released.
You know why it's called QWERTY, right?
Yeah, QWERTY, the keyboard.
QWERTY.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
Guy's
QWERTY.
such a QWERTY.
Such a QWERTY guy. The QWERTY realtor is there, bud.
Such a QWERTY. So
The mortgage QWERTY guy.
here you go.
Better than the
Here
mortgage.
we go.
Back to that.
Did people
Last-
start calling you the mortgage after
No,
that?
no.
I like the way he opened up this section of the book, page 164, where he boils it down to like the bare minimum, the foundation of what it is to have a good life. And he talks about an old philosopher, Aristotle,
Oh.
and what does it mean to have a good life?
Mhm.
Fulfill your duties, act justly when faced with injustice, act courageously when faced with danger. Right?
Mhm.
A life filled with deep thinking is a happy one,
Mhm.
which I found super interesting.
100%.
Do you,
yes.
And there is
his quote?
there's a really powerful quote here.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, if you got it.
The best and most pleasant life is a life of the intellect. This life will also be the happiest.
Yeah.
And then the author dumbs it down a little bit. So he says, a life filled with deep thinking is happy because contemplation is an activity that is appreciated for its own sake.
Yes.
Nothing is gained from it except
That's
the
the
act of contemplation.
That's powerful.
That's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An activity that has no other benefit than its enjoyment.
Yeah. That's why playing with Legos is so fun. By the way, I got a new Lego set. It's a Corvette. Fucking awesome.
I
Something
think
big.
my wife got me a Lego set for my birthday.
Nice. That's what I asked
I
for.
love it. I love
right.
it, man.
Put your fucking foot down.
Jesus Christ.
No, I got a Corvette. I'm pretty excited about that.
A new one or
Oh, nice.
an old Corvette?
New version. Yeah, but still.
It's
Yeah,
just
pretty cool.
anything that makes you do things, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm thinking of maybe building a patio this year.
Nice.
It just makes you feel good.
Like a patio set or
Yeah.
a patio.
Like a patio. You need a patio set.
Well, you're building a table and
No, like I want to build a patio, you know, dig holes and.
I built a big fence this year, and there's something so gratifying about just spending, like, the day goes by super fast.
Yeah.
You're outside, and at the end of the day, I finished, what, 3/4 of my fence in one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Wow,
can look
it's
at
like,
it.
it looks, it's like,
Right.
I can't believe I achieved this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super. That's why Lego is fun to.
It takes a
build
weekend.
for
Yeah.
pastime.
It takes a weekend. That's all it takes. It takes a weekend to build a patio. It depends how big it is. Like if you're building, you know, if you're building something like 10 by 10. Anyways, the whole point is, you know, doing something
Yeah.
other than looking at your phone, other than looking or staring at a screen, other than living vicariously to other people. Like for some reason, when Ovechkin won the Stanley Cup, I felt like I won the Stanley Cup.
Ah, fucking right.
Right?
I mean, it was just so, it was contagious.
Yeah, it was gratifying.
Yeah.
But it was gratifying because of all of his hard work. But why do I care? Like, why do I care and why do I even watch people play sports?
That's interesting. Why was it more fun to watch Ovechkin win rather than Crosby?
I think Ovechkin, because he's been in the league for so long,
Yeah.
and he's been playing hard for so long. And you know what, man? I want to shove it in whatever that guy's name's face, man. That
Who?
the guy with the nice suits, John Cherry,
Oh, yeah.
Don Cherry. Like he's so hung up on, you know, he always talks about how great the Canadian players are.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, okay, Canadian players are great hockey players, but man, give respect to
Yeah.
Ovechkin.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy's a superstar.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know what, finally, this guy won a Stanley Cup. He deserves it. He's a great player. And I was happy for him.
Yeah.
I was so happy for him.
Makes sense.
I was so much happier for him than I was for Crosby. Can't stand Crosby.
And he
Yeah.
talks a lot about how to enjoy your leisure
Yeah.
in this book. He broke it down into 3 lessons. Lesson number 1,
The Bennett principle, or
I don't know if he referred this. Well, the lessons are prioritize demanding activities
Oh.
over passive consumption.
the 3 leisure
So,
lessons.
you know, versus Netflix for 3 hours versus going outside to build a deck.
Yeah.
Prioritize going to build a deck.
Right.
You know, assembling Legos. They are tasks that they have no
Ask your-
benefit other
ask
than
your
their
wife.
enjoyment, right? And
Choose wisely,
So
though.
they have no benefit other than enjoyment. You're talking about Netflix.
no, I'm talking about building Legos,
Okay, so
right?
building like, okay, gotcha.
Number 2, use skills to produce valuable things in the physical world. You know, craft of like building pottery or
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
sculpting things. Seek activities that require real world structured social interactions. How did you guys feel about Benjamin Franklin's group?
What?
So Benjamin Franklin, when he got to Philly, he wasn't known in Philly at all.
Right.
Started a biker gang.
No, he started a social group called the Junto. Was Ben Franklin's group. Reminds me a lot of this group here.
Right.
So people that are like-minded that get together
Okay.
and speak about, you know, philosophy, politics,
Yeah.
current events, and yeah, he was just
Yeah, okay.
I love
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
I love that. What's it? I actually don't remember reading that part.
I wrote down
Page 182.
Should we change the name of our book club to the Junto?
The Junto.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Not your typical Junto.
Not your typical Junto.
Where do you see it?
Benjamin Franklin, that would have been on page 225-ish. Yeah. So Benjamin Franklin moved from Boston. Have you guys ever studied Ben Franklin?
No. Should I?
He was a badass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you studied Ben Franklin?
Yeah, he's one of the founding fathers.
So you studied Ben Franklin?
Oh, I listened to a few of his documentaries.
Okay.
interesting guy.
We gotta wrap this
What
up.
kind of question is that?
Well, it's part
You
of
guys
it.
ever? Yeah, I know. But
Do you? Is there anything else you want to
did
add,
you
Marty,
expect us
Chris?
to say yes? Yeah, the attention economy, chapter
Yeah.
7. Join the resistance. The attention economy. How do you jump into this? Basically, it started with the first newspaper that had the idea of, instead of focusing on getting more readers, they focus on getting more readers to sell those readers the eyeball time to advertisers. So that started the attention economy. So the first newspaper reduced their price to a penny a newspaper, so that more people would buy it, more eyeballs would see the newspaper, and then he would use that number to sell to advertisers. So the
Oh.
newspaper's clients weren't the people buying the newspaper,
They were the
they now
businesses
became
advertising.
the advertisers. So,
That's
and we didn't have that
actually
problem with the cell phones until Facebook was added to the cell phone.
Right.
So they talk about that for the last part of the book anyway. Yeah, eyeball time.
Everything is going online now, and you know that's the. It's hard to get away with, like to get away from it. It's just it's a question of, you know, especially in the business that we're in.
Doing it wisely,
Yeah.
you know, is the lesson here.
Use social media like a professional. Embrace, there's a few examples, but it says like embrace slow media.
But one of the best things I did was delete Facebook.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like I'm a professional social media user now.
Are you guys tempted to put it back on?
No.
Not at all.
I thought about it today because
No, I thought about it today.
Yeah.
I thought about it today, and I'll tell you what I think about it. I only think about it when I need to post something on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can just post it on my computer. I
Yeah.
can wait. I can post it on my computer.
I
And that's
wonder if people notice.
when I'm posting it on my computer.
Know that we're not around.
Oh.
Have you been making an effort not to like anything?
I wished happy birthday to 10 people yesterday.
I looked at my activity over the past week. I liked the photo with your son.
Yeah.
I liked my girlfriend's photo. And Veromenon's upload there. where
So I
it's
shouldn't
birthday.
take it to heart that you're not liking any of my stuff anymore.
No, don't take it to heart. Yeah. I mean,
If there is a general agreement with everybody in the world not to take it to heart when you don't like something, then I think the world would be a better place.
Actually, we missed something by deleting Facebook this week. You're the only one that can see how many likes you got on your post.
Yep, they
It's
changed
not
that.
openly
Instagram
advertised.
as well,
We
yeah.
fucking missed a huge change in social
Really?
media by deleting.
Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So you can't see how many likes other people.
You can.
I can't see your post, how many likes you got on your post.
You can, but you have to go out of your way to dig in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not easily accessible like you.
It's not the first thing you see when you look at a picture. You used to say like 327 other
Yeah.
people like this. That's not there
Who's
anymore. It'll
getting
say like
327 likes.
Not you.
I'm lucky if I get 13, 14.
yeah, seriously.
But it'll say like if one of your close friends liked a picture, it'll be like Chris and others like this picture is what it'll say now.
Yeah.
No, I thought I always said that.
Yeah, so we missed a big change.
Well, I think they're getting rid of the likes, and I think that's a great idea. Because the biggest problem with social media is likes.
social validation.
They
Yes.
talk about how
They're trying to bring it back.
the social media like Facebook and Instagram are like slot machines, and how you have to drag down like you're cranking
Yeah.
that slot machine, like it's gross.
Have you guys tuned in to H3H3's latest video on YouTube? So Ethan Klein and Gila and Ethan Klein, husband and wife, they just make these commentary videos, and they just made one about what people look like in real life versus what they look like on their Instagram
Yeah.
accounts, and it's crazy. Like you wouldn't even
Big
recognize
difference? Oh,
these
really?
people. And he had some video at Coachella, and it looks like a bunch of zombies, man. Everybody's walking around with their phone facing towards them, taking selfies of themselves.
Yeah.
And it looks like, I mean, if we would have seen this 15 years ago, in 2005, and we would have looked at this photo from Coachella, we'd be like, what's wrong with these people?
So I want to see
Zombie
that.
apocalypse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is like an apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like a changing.
Do girls still do duck lips?
Oh my God, man!
I do that.
I was this close. I was this close of making a post. Enough with the duck lips.
Yeah.
Like it's so ugly, man.
Yeah.
There's
Why?
another-
What is this?
No, it's this. This.
What's that?
The neck tilts.
See?
Fucking Tatsukali?
I look better like this. I'm out of the picture.
Yeah.
Not me, I go like this and my cheek just gets pulled down with gravity. You can only imagine
No,
what my
it's the
girlfriend
hair.
sees.
They gotta. Okay, let's rate this book. You gotta get on the
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta get going.
Here's one thing I read that exploded my mind this morning.
Blow your mind.
Smartphones are the preferred Trojan horse of the digital attention economy. That's how advertisers are sneaking into
Smartphones
our
are the
homes.
new what?
Are the preferred Trojan horse of the digital attention economy. That's fucked up.
I gotta say, like, a really interesting point he said for me was when he called it digital junk food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're looking at Facebook
Yeah,
for
it's
news,
the
it's
fast
like eating
food.
Doritos.
Yeah, fast food.
Yeah,
for
so
your
that's
brain.
why when he talks about
But there's so much.
embrace slow media.
There's a lot
newspaper.
of interesting stuff, man. All the time. Like
We could talk about this for
hours.
And news. What do you guys do for news?
news. I
News.
don't have Facebook, so I'm out of touch.
I'll tell you the only news I get one email per day, and it's mortgage news. And I just read the mortgage
That's
news.
enough.
I know what's going on. It takes me about half an hour.
That's enough.
You know what I'll do? I think I'll register to get the newspaper at home, like back in the day.
Get out of here,
You're
man.
wearing the perfect shirt for that.
Yeah, perfect shirt to roll it up and hit you over the head with it.
Yeah, get out of here, man. You're not reading the newspaper.
Why not?
Okay.
When I go to McDonald's for breakfast, I love doing that.
I actually
Grab
like-
the side
I like
and you
the
read
Globe
the
and Mail.
bullshit that they
Look
do.
at this asshole wants to get a
Globe
flip
and Mail
phone.
is
I think I'll get the newspaper.
No, but I enjoy reading the newspaper. I really do.
Okay,
I do.
register. Register for the newspaper.
It's expensive.
We
No, but they're saying to like follow reliable sources, like really good writers,
Yeah.
whatever.
Journalists,
So
yeah.
journalists.
I didn't turn on my phone this morning, like most mornings.
Oh, your girlfriend.
And I opened my laptop, and CNN is set to notifications on. And I got this notification on my laptop. North Korea launches missiles.
Oh wow! I heard about that this morning.
Yeah. And then you click on it, and you're like, obviously, what's going on?
It's clickbait.
It's unidentified missiles launched from, just like last week, there was unidentified.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
just
you see what?
fucking
Yeah.
chill, man.
Yeah.
That
Trump
time-
started talking about that.
If we're getting attacked, you'll know about it pretty fast.
The time they accidentally told Hawaii they were getting nuclear bombs
Who?
launched at them. Hawaii, not maybe less than a decade ago,
No, this
they made a mistake and they
Yeah.
sent out emergency notifications.
That was like
that
6 months. That was this year.
Was that recently?
Yeah, yeah.
I just watched it on the new
With them. Yeah.
the new Michael Moore documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they got notified that they're.
What's the documentary called?
11/9?
11/9. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not building the deck anytime soon.
Okay, let's rate this book.
I'll give it a solid 4.7.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Oh wow!
I would go 4.8 just to be different, but 4.75 is the
I think that's fair.
is the right score, and the only reason it's
Awesome.
not getting a 5 is because I don't think anything is perfect.
Honestly, it's a fantastic.
It's a-
I was pretty cheap with that 4.7 because it's the first book that makes me realize so much
Yeah.
and makes me do so much to
Listen,
do
if-
less than to do more.
If
Very
you are
So
looking,
much with so
if
little.
you're looking for a life altering book,
Yeah.
this could be it.
So I heard actually that hotels will stop giving away Bibles in the drawers. They're gonna have digital minimalism in there instead.
And they're gonna stream not your typical junta.
Why do hotels still do that for me?
Well, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's to hide your money.
Really?
I don't know.
Maybe that's where that's stolen.
I don't know why they still.
Thanks for watching, whoever you are.
Hey, we got 15 subs.
Yeah, we're up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's growing faster than La Visite.
Yeah.
Oh nice, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't know why. It's resonating with
Why?
some people.
Yeah.
Why? I know why. Because there's structure. I think that's why. More structure.
And people are searching for books.
And I think we're getting better at it. And
Yes.
well, you guys are fantastic at it already. I'm getting better at it.
Very good.
And we're going to get some better books out.
You're very good at it.
Thank you.
Oh, what
I
are
think
we
we should
reading
get
next?
a fourth mic for Mr.
Yeah, that'd
Felix
be
here.
good. I was thinking
What
about
are
that.
we reading next? Sparks?
That bounce?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's that?
She got a fourth mic for Felix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the next one, Spark. There's no S. It's hard to say until what page we're going to read. But anyways, we're going to start.
Yeah, we'll take Sparks for next week.
Yeah, yeah.
And
like,
who's the
we're not
author?
you're going to have to look it up. Sorry, I have it here. So basically, it's a book about physical activity and what it does to your brain.
Oh, I like that.
So another brain activity book seems to be the theme lately. But honestly, I've never been as interested in reading as I am now.
So who's the author of Spark?
Give me a second. Thank God I don't have my flip phone on me. Is it Craig or Greg? Greg. So it's John Rady, John J. Rady,
Nice.
MD. Does that mean he's a doctor?
Yes.
Medical doctor.
He's a medical. He's a medical doctor.
Real doctor.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. He's not a Dr. Phil doctor.
John J.
So I listened to it a little bit.
Yep.
I already got it.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good one.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
J.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Same colors. Again with the yellow. Yellow is very.
I think yellow is yellow this year's color?
Yellow is my color.
It's a color that hasn't been used a lot in branding.
It's true.
So,
I think pink is going to be the new color this year.
you think so?
I think.
Just because no brands have it?
Here's my rant. I'm tired of seeing books with the word fuck on it. Enough.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
It's the new
yourself.
sex.
So,
It's the new sex.
it's so annoying. Like, give it
Catches
up.
the eye.
Yeah, but like, give it up.
Well, even that French Connection UK.
Yeah, yeah.
FC UK.
Yeah, but that's cool because they've been doing it for so long. But like,
Yeah.
a lot of books that are coming out, unfuck yourself, so hard I'm not giving a fuck.
No, man. No.
I'm-
People need to give a fuck. Stop not giving a fuck. Start
Yeah.
giving a fuck.
Have you read that one?
Yeah, I don't like it.
But it's a little bit about that. Like he says,
Which book is this?
subtle art of not giving a
I
fuck.
think
Oh, yeah.
you should care. I think you should care about the people around you. I think you should
Yeah,
care
yeah.
about.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not gonna do.
Are you talking about this?
subtle art of not giving a fuck?
Yeah.
The orange book?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
personally,
he talks about giving a fuck, but not giving a fuck.
Giving the right fucks.
Yeah, giving the right fuck.
I think a lot of it was a bunch of rah-rah.
Yeah, well, I think the title sold the book, and then he's like, shit, I need to write a book.
So you didn't like it.
And yeah,
It's alright, it's alright.
It's not a book that would make this book club.
shocking titles get attention.
If it came out today, and I would have seen it, I would have been like, cool. You know, if we would have started back
Yeah,
then.
probably.
Too many fucks.
After reading it.
Too many fucks.
There's a bunch of books that are popular with that title. Unfuck Yourself.
Yeah.
Mark Maron's podcast. What the fuck?
Well, that's a good one.
The podcast by those two girls, Guys We Fuck.
Yeah.
Change the name, I think.
No, I looked it up. There's another podcast with.
It's the female version of the Tasteless Gentleman podcast.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Hmm.
They had a shocking name.
Purple Cow.
The purple cow.
Okay, c'est bon les amis.
So, by the way, we need to look at comments more because Mr. Ezekiel wrote a question.
Really?
Yeah, on Purple Cow.
What?
Like, great answer and a question to something that we were talking about. And we completely forgot. I liked it. Forgot to answer.
Okay,
it.
well,
So we need to look
Ezekiel,
at
we will answer your
yeah,
question.
Mr. Zeke Martin.
And if anybody would like a bookmark, all you need to do is comment, I want bacon.
Give it to Ezekiel.
Well, Ezekiel écrit en dessous, là.
comment.
I want bacon.
How do you know he speaks French?
We know him personally.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go get some snacks.
Go get some snacks.
Starving.
Oh.